Hi, my name is Lindsay Tucker, and I'm here to do my presentation on a social work ethical dilemma in Disney's Lilo and Stitch. So in the field of social work, there are obviously a lot of times when someone has to make a hard decision, especially one that's going to hurt someone. There are a lot of movies that portray ethical dilemmas a social worker could be faced with, but I decided on a less conventional one, Lilo and Stitch. So, as assumed by the title of the film, Disney's Lilo and Stitch is about a little girl who ends up inadvertently befriending an alien and, through many comical situations, learns how to relate with him. You could look at the cover of the DVD and figure that much out yourself. Yet, there's a deeper underlying story in this kid's film that is actually quite a good example of a social worker's ethical dilemma. This little girl, Lilo, lives with her older sister, Nani, after their parents die in a car wreck. While Lilo struggles to adjust to new living conditions and being able to connect with kids her own age, Nani fights time and economical restraints in an effort to keep custody of Lilo and care for her properly. Nani has had multiple social worker visits and ends up meeting a new one named Cobra, or Mr. Bubbles, as he tells Lilo. As with many situations involving social workers, Mr. Bubbles, or Cobra, is faced with the dilemma of whether or not to take Lilo into the state's care. He can see that Nani loves Lilo and wants to keep the two sisters together as much as possible. Yet he also knows that Nani is struggling to give Lilo the safety and security of a proper home. His first impression of their house was rampant with child-killing hazards. It would be heartbreaking to need to separate the two girls after their parents' death, and possibly harmful for Lilo's emotional health to be moved to yet another new living condition in which she knows no one. Cobra is also faced with the question that he later voices to Nani: does Nani need Lilo more than Lilo needs her? He must also consider how taking Lilo might affect Nani emotionally. So here are some challenges to resolving this issue. The first challenge the social worker faces in this situation is whether Nani is capable of taking care of Lilo adequately. If Nani is not able to give Lilo the care she needs, then the social worker needs to do what's in the best interest of the child and possibly take her out of the home. Yet, he doesn't want to cause more harm to the girls by separating them unnecessarily. The second challenge is whether Nani is actually competent enough to truly understand the implications of the situation. In fact, Cobra questions Nani's competence outright when they first meet. He truly doesn't know if she knows what's really happening. When Nani leaves Lilo alone again, for a few moments later in the film, she finds the house has been completely engulfed in smoke and flames. Cobra is there to see it and feels it's time to remove Lilo from the situation. Nani protests, but does she really understand that Lilo could have died in the house explosion due to her absence? This is what Cobra is questioning by the middle of the film. There are, according to the Helping Professionals Guide to Ethics by Brian and his colleagues in 2016, page 5, there are 7 core values addressed in the Social Workers Code of Ethics. These include service, social justice, dignity and worth of the person, importance of human relationships, integrity, and competence. In the situation of Lilo and Nani, there are multiple values the social worker should be assessing. The main values at risk in this predicament are the values of service, dignity and worth of the person, importance of human relationships, and competence. This situation forces Cobra to think about how best to serve this family. He has a duty to protect both family members involved, more so Lilo. Cobra also faces the need to give both Nani and the child at risk the opportunity to be given dignity and worth as human beings. He cannot just disregard Nani as totally incapable of caring for Lilo just because of his first assessment of their home. He needs to give Nani the chance to get a job, to get her act together, and to care for the sister she loves so much. This highlights another core value, the importance of human relationships. He knows the sisters love and emotionally need each other right now. That is why he gives Nani a period of grace for her to find a stable job. He doesn't want to have to break the rule, do not cause pain, one of the 10 moral rules which were developed by Gert and his colleagues and is cited in the Guide to Ethics book by Bryan et al. On page 39. The last applicable value in the situation is competence. Is Cobra competent enough to act according to the needs presented to him? And does Nani show competency in how she's caring for Lilo and how she understands the situation? Questions for the class. Number 1. Is there a better way for the social worker to deal with the situation other than just giving Nani extra time to find a job? Number 2. Nani is single at the moment she meets Cobra. Should this be considered a strength or a weakness in her ability to care for Lilo? Well, I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and yeah, hope you have a good week. Thank you.